Bleed black and gold, buff forever. You already know, man. It's your boy, T Green, and I'm back with another one.
What's going on? What's going on, man? If you don't know, now you know. Now, y'all, the Colorado Buffaloes dropped their first season opener, falling 27-20 to Georgia Tech in Boulder, y'all. And you already know, man, I'm fired up. Actually, man, the entire Buff Nation is fired up. After questionable play calling, y'all, we had missed chances, and our defense, Lord have mercy, our defense got bulldozed, y'all. 320 yards, rushing yards, I should say, man. King and they running back was just having their way, man. It was like Burger King, man. Have it your way, because we couldn't get a stop when we needed a stop. But we got to talk about this offense, man, because I just want to know. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the stuff that everybody else not talking about. Like when our running back Welch was out there doing this thing, why is Pat Shurmur calling screens and all these trick plays when we had the momentum on our side? Like, that trick play was not called for. I don't know why that still got me hot. And then with Salter, our quarterback, he flashed. I ain't gonna lie. He had some plays where I was like, ooh, boy. Like, okay, I see what you gonna do. But then there was some plays where bro was just like, bro, why you throwing a ball like that? Like, you should have had like a soft touch on, like, especially on some of them little simple out routes, man. I mean, the dude was wide open, but most of all, I was saying, y'all, for those who follow me, y'all saw I was tweeting, like, some of those times, man, Salter had a lane wide open for the first down. You trying to force the ball, bro. You was a dual threat quarterback. Like, it's okay. We not expecting you to come out here and throw that ball with high accuracy, how Shurmur was doing. Like, no, you different, right? Like, it got to one point, I was like, hey, man, go ahead and put Juju in the game. I ain't gonna even front. Now, I like Salter. I'm not hating. Y'all already know, man, but we got to keep it real if we gonna keep it real, if you know what I mean. Like, Salter should have took off and ran on some of them plays. And then why we didn't capitalize on the 3 turnovers, I wouldn't care. Pat Shurmur, if you watching this video, man, you should have pulled out our best plays in our whole entire package. Like, we could have got at least in field goal range. I'd rather took us getting 2-3 points and not getting nothing. Like, do you understand that just changed the momentum of the game? We had those dudes. Like, we go out here and run these trick plays and these screens, and despite Omarion Miller having that little hamstring hiccup, we had other weapons that we could have utilized. Like, I just don't know. That was just kind of crazy. I mean, we may have to keep our eye on that one now, but this just game 1, so we ain't gonna go too crazy. But they Georgia Tech quarterback Haynes King ran wild, y'all, 156 yards and 3 touchdowns. And and then that game winner, 45-yard dagger. I'm like, oh Lord, man, this is just crazy. But at the end of the day, Coach Prime kept it real post game. Y'all heard what Coach Prime said. He pretty much said the same thing that I'm saying. And when I was tweeting, like, they were more physical than we were. Like, at the end of the day, that's just being truthful. They were. You know what I mean? You not gonna win with those type of stats, letting them just run over us like that. So it's an early season game. I know it's the first game. We could learn a lot from it, and then we could get things turned around. So I'm not gonna beat up on our Buffs too much on this, but y'all know, just like last year and year before last, when it's games like this, we have to keep it real. We have to talk about it, and not put no fluff on it, and not sit here and not like what we saw isn't what we seen. Like, at the end of the day, man, we got to tighten up. So let's like our offensive lineman Seaton said, let's go ahead and put this behind us and come to practice the next day and let's see what we could fix, because we saw where we had strong potential in that running game. I mean, that running game was there. Welch was running that ball, man, and we saw saw at times what our QB can do. I think we just got to formulate a package, not try to get too fancy, and just play A to B football for a little bit, and let's see what we could do. And then as we get more comfortable and more experience with working with each other, remember, everybody knew that we have a whole new offensive line, we have a whole new quarterback, so that the system has changed. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to place blame on the quarterback. I'm not going to place blame even on Pat Shurmur. I'm just going to say all the way around, we have to do better. In defense, we have to do better. If not, man, we finna play some teams in the Big 12, and if they smell blood, man, they going to really go after us and run that ball and know that they can run that ball, and we don't want that. So we're going to just end it on that. Let's take a breather today. Let's just relax. Have a good Labor Day weekend and regroup. You know what I mean? So we're going to do like we always do, y'all. And do what? Keep our eyes and ears open, because you already know the motto.
You already know the motto, man. Another day above ground is what? Truly a blessing. Like, share, subscribe, tune in with your boy, T Green, and I'm going to be right back with another one.